Okay, so now I'll have to draw the complete west elevation, so which is question 4.1.2. So on the complete west elevation, obviously I have to show the following features on the drawing. I have to show the outside wall, step, window, and double swing door detail in the closed position. Okay, the roof detail including the fascia board and barge boards, the veranda, railing, posts, and lean-to roof detail, and also the finished floor level. Okay, so here we are given the incomplete west elevation, so obviously we have to draw the complete elevation. All right, so we'll use our floor plan here, all right, to project all the sections of the house, all right, or building, to come up with the complete west elevation up there. All right, okay, why am I using the floor plan? It's because the two drawings, they have the same scale. They said we must use the same scale, which is scale 1:50. So that's the reason why I'll use this floor plan to project the sections of the building. All right, okay, so I'll start with the roof of the house. So as you can see here, we are given the roof lines, right, those dashed lines around the building, around the floor plan. So I have to project all those points up. So I'll start with this part here. I'll just project that section up, like that, and also this section this side, that point up, that point there, this point here, project that up, this point here, project that up. Okay, and this part here, I'll just project that up. Just like that. Okay, so here I'll start at that level, which is the ground level. All right, okay, so I'll just draw a solid line. We are given the ground level, or the starting point, so this is our starting point, so I'll just draw that in like that. Okay, so now what's the height? Sorry about that. Okay, we are given the heights there, so we have that height from the ground level to where the roof starts, right, just above the fascia board. This is what a fascia board. Why? It's because we are given they label that part what the 200 by 20 millimeter fascia board, right? So this is the fascia board, so I'll have to convert this according to the scale. So our scale is 1:50, so I'll just say 3,350 divided by 50, which is 67. So this is 67. Okay, and then 2,950 divided by 50, it's 59. All right, 1,100 divided by 50, it's 22. 300, I think it's 6, so just write the 6 there. Okay, just like that. So I'll start with the roof, so I'll use this height, right, which is 67. So now I'll measure 67 going up. 67 is there, so just draw a light construction line there like that. Okay, so the height of the fascia board there, it's given here, it's 200. Alright, so I'll divide that by 50, which is 4. So it means from that line I'll measure 4 going down. Mark a point, then I'll just draw a light construction line there. Alright, so that's the fascia board. Okay, so let's see. The angle of this line, obviously we are given from the roof notes there, it's 25 degrees. So this is the roof pitch, it's the angle of that part, or the angle of the roof, which is 25 degrees. So it means from that point there I'll measure 25 degrees. All right, so it means I'll have to take my protractor, place my protractor by that point there, and then measure 25 degrees. So 25 is there, so I'll just mark a point. All right, from 0 to 25. Okay, so I'll just draw a light construction line there, like that. Okay, and then from here, what I'll have to do, because I don't know the length of this line, so what I have to do is I'll use this point. All right, I'll just project that up to that section of the roof. So I'll just do that. Let me just extend the light construction line. So it means this is the height of the roof. So from that point I can just draw a horizontal line to my right hand side, just like that, to my right hand side. Okay, and then the roof is from that point to that point. So where is this point? That point is here. It's this point here. So obviously that means I'll have to use this line. Okay, so I'll extend the line. Okay, so the point is right there. So what I can do is I can just draw a solid line there, a solid line there, just like that. Okay, so now I'll have to draw that line going down. All right, so remember the roof pitch is 25 degrees. Okay, so I'll just place my compass there and measure 25 degrees going that way, clockwise. So I'll put my protractor like that, put my protractor at that point, and then from 0 to 25 is there. So it means I can just draw a line going down like that. Okay, so obviously this angle is 25 degrees. Okay, and also there it's 25 degrees. So this this is what a Z shape. As you can see, this is the alternative angles, they are alternating. Okay, so from here, what I can do is to get this point for this part of the roof, I'll have to project this point from the floor plan going up. All right, so it means I'll have to extend that line up to there. All right, okay, so that's the section. And then if you check this line here that I projected, it means I'll have a point there. All right, okay, so from this point I'll just draw a light construction line, a horizontal line there, like that. And then I'll take my protractor and place it at that point like that, and measure 25 degrees anti-clockwise, mark a point there, and then draw a light construction line there, like that. Okay, so this is the V shape of that part of the roof. Okay, And then now what I can do is I can just draw in the fascia, not the fascia boards, the edge boards there, those two. So it's 200, all right, millimeters. So I'll divide it by 50, which is 4. All right, so it means from this line I'll have to draw a parallel line, and the gap is 4 millimeters, right? Okay, so I'll just try to draw a perpendicular line there and measure 4 like that, and then from there I'll line I'll align my set square with that line, right? And then I'll have to take my other set square and place it there, and then from there I'll have to slide this down to that point, all right? And then I'll just draw an outline there, and also there I'll just draw an outline like that. Okay, and then I'll just draw in that vertical line. Okay, so as you can see, I drew the patch board there because obviously they did not draw it in there. All right, as you can see, there is a break line that indicates that this part is still continuing, right? So which is the patch board. So I'll have to draw the same thing this side. So I'll just align my set square with that line there and put this set square this side, and then move it down to this point here. All right, just like that. Then draw that edge in as well, like that, and then I can draw the vertical line there. Okay, so I'm done with this part of the roof. All right, so it means I can also draw in that part, that line there, yeah, like that. Okay, and then I'll draw in the fascia board here. Okay, and also there, and then draw that in like that. Okay, but I'm not done with the roof. If you check, I still have those sections, right? And those are the roof caps and ridge cap, right? So I'll have to draw them in. Okay, so we are given the dimension there, which is 300 divided by 50. It's how much? It's 6. So from this part of the roof there, obviously the roof cap, it sits there, all right? So it means from this line, this vertical line in the middle, I'll just measure 6. So 3 this side, 3 that side. And then what I'll do is I'll just project this up. I'm trying to draw an auxiliary view of the roof cap there. So it means I'll have a point there, and then I'll just project this side horizontally like that. So I'm looking for this height, all right, the thickness. So I'll just measure that in, which is I can say it's 1 point something. So it means the thickness of that part there, it's 1 point something. You can make it 2 or 1. All right, so what I will do is I'll just measure 1 millimeter from there going in. Okay, and then I'll just draw a light construction line like that. Okay, and then I'll also measure 1 from that edge and also that side. So align my set square with that line there, put this set square underneath, and then draw in the line there. All right. Okay, do the same thing this side. Align my set square with that line there. Put the other set square next to it, and then slide it to that point and draw that line in like that. And then now I can just draw the part at the top there. Okay, and then I can draw a line there, a line there. Okay, so I'm done with the roof for the house. All right, so now I'll just try to draw the building. All right, the walls. Okay, so I'll start this side. So as you can see, from the ground level to that floor level for the veranda, it's 6. All right, so I'll just measure 6 from the ground level, draw a light construction line. Okay, and then now obviously I'll have to draw in this wall and that wall there. All right, so it means I'll have to project this walls from the floor plan, this line and this line. Okay, so project that up and this wall up. Okay, so it means I can just draw that in from the roof to the ground level, and then this side from the roof to the floor level of the veranda, and then from there I have to draw a straight line to the left like that. Oh, I made a mistake. I was supposed to project this first up, so I have to erase this part. Okay, and then draw in that line like that. Okay, I'm almost there. Okay, and then we also have the finished floor level. All right, as indicated there. It's not the same level as the floor level for the veranda. So what's the height of the finished floor level of the house? So we are not given here, so it means I'll have to check from this incomplete foundation, external wall, veranda and railing detail. All right, okay, so where's the house? Obviously the house is this one. So this is just a detail for the section AA there. All right, as you can see, it cuts the step there, the veranda and also the double swing door there. All right, so it means obviously this is inside the house. All right, this side. Okay, so where's the ground level? The ground level is there. Then where's the finished floor level? The finished floor level is that height there, it's that part. All right, so from here to there, it's how long? It's 300 plus the 100, so it means it's 4. All right, so it's 400 the height here, and when I divide 400 by 50 I get 4. Oh sorry, it's not 4. 400 divided by 50, it's not 4, it's 8. Sorry about that. So obviously from the ground level there to the finished floor level is 400, so you divide it by 50, which is 8. It's not 4, it's 8. Okay, so it means I'll measure 8 from the ground level going up, mark a point there, and then I can just draw a light construction line there like that. Okay, so now it's up to me. I can start with the window, the door there, or those wooden posts. So it's up to me. So I'll start with the double swing door. All right, so obviously I'll just project it from the floor plan there up. So that's from here, up like that. Okay, and then let me just project the window as well. This window here, up, up. Okay, okay, so this are the two lines for the double swing door. So now what's the height of the double swing door? The height is given here, it's 2000, so I'll divide that by 50, which is 40. Okay, but remember I have to measure from the finished floor level for the house, not the veranda. So I'll measure 40 there, mark a point, then I can just draw in the double door swing detail. So draw that in like that. Okay, so I have to draw it like this. So this is the frame, right? And remember the thickness of the frames, it's 50, so it means I have to measure 1 millimeter there, one there, one from that line at the top. Okay, and then I'll just draw a light construction there, light construction, light construction, then draw an outline there, outline there. Okay, and then obviously the midpoint, like obviously I have to draw that line in the middle, so I can project it from the door swing from the floor plan up. Okay, so I'll just draw a line there like that. Okay, so now I'll just draw the window. Obviously the height of window 1, where is window 1? Window 1 is here, it's 1200. I have to divide that by 50, which is 24, so that's 24. So obviously the windows and the doors, they're on the same height. I'll use that height there, and then I'll measure the 24 from that line going down. 24 is there, so I'll just draw a line through there, and then draw a line there as well. So this is the window opening like that. Okay, so remember I have to draw it as it is. The thickness of the frames, remember, it's 50 we are given, so that means I'll just draw lines within this rectangle. So I'll just mark one there going in, one there going in from the top, one going down, one going up. Okay, so just draw those lines like that, and then this length is 30. Then I mark the midpoint there, so from the midpoint obviously I'll have a line, and this is the thickness. So just draw that in. that. Okay, and then I have those letters there, A and B. A indicates the opening side, then B is the fixed panel. All right, so it means I'll have to add those center lines to indicate that this panel opens. It's not the fixed panel. All right, okay, so just draw long dash, short dash, long dash. Same there, long dash, short dash, long dash. Okay, just like that. And remember, I have to add the windowsill just below there under the window, so I can just measure 2 millimeters. Yes, draw it in there. Just like that, and then in a line there. Just like that. So that's the window sill. Okay, so now I need to get the roof for the veranda, so I must get the heights of the roof there. We are given that, okay, from the ground level to where the roof starts, it's 2950, which is 59, right? So it means I'll have to measure 59 from the ground level going up, and then draw a line from here all the way to there. So that's where the roof starts for the veranda. Okay, so now we are not given the height of the roof of the veranda, so it means I can use my floor plan to draw an auxiliary view in order for me to get the height of the roof there. All right, okay, because we are not given, but we are given the pitch, the roof pitch, which is 10 degrees, right? Okay, so where is the roof for the veranda from the floor plan? It's right there. All right, it's this section. Actually it starts from here, from the wall. All right, so it's from here to there. So what I'll do here, I'll take my protractor. Use my protractor. I'll place my protractor there at that point and measure 10. So 10 is at the bottom, but obviously you can see from the screen. Let me just do this. Okay, so place my compass at that point there, like that. Then 0, 10. 10 is there. I can just mark a point there. Then I'll just draw a light construction line. I'm just trying to draw an auxiliary view, but I can just draw a line up to there. All right, okay, so it's from there to there. So the height that I'm looking for, it's this height, it's this section. So I'll just measure this gap, which is 6, and then that's the height for the roof. Let me just move this. Okay, so it's 6 going down to there. So it means I was supposed to draw a line from the ground level to where the roof starts. So I'll just erase this there. Okay, so I'll just draw a straight line there from there to there. All right, and then Remember we have the fascia board as well. So the measurement for the fascia board, it's 200 by 20. So 200 divided by 50, it's 4. So it means I'll have to measure 4 from the 6. So 4 going down, draw in the fascia board there. Like that, okay. And then I can just complete the roof by drawing a solid line there, okay. That's it, okay. And then I can just draw in this edge, okay. So I'm done with the roof. Now I'll have to draw the posts. So the thickness of the posts there, obviously I can project them from the floor plan. So it's there. So it means I'll just draw a line there, okay. So I'm just projecting the posts from the floor plan at the bottom there, okay. Then draw that line in and that line, and then I also have a post there. I'll project that up, just like that, okay. So now I'll have to add the wooden railing there. So what's the height? Okay, the height from the ground level to where the railing is, it's 1100, which is 22. So measure 22 from the ground level going up, draw an outline there, okay. So what's the thickness of those wooden bars? Okay, 150 by 50. So it means it's 50, so I'll have to measure 1 going down. I'll just draw a line there, okay. And then it's on the finished floor level, so it is here. I'll just draw an outline, and then the thickness of that wooden piece, it's 1, so I'll just draw a line there like that, okay. So I'll just measure 1 at the corner there going up, then draw a line. I'll just draw a line like that, light construction. Then I align my set square with the line that I drew now. Then I put my set square next to this one, then I slide it to that point. I'll just draw a construction line for now, okay. And then connect this, draw an outline, okay. Then slide my set square a little bit up, okay. So I'll just draw an outline there, then complete my wooden railing there, like that. What else? Let's see. Okay, so I'll just add the finished floor level there. So I have to indicate the finished floor level. So it's a long dash, short, long, short, long, then something there, okay. So what must be added? So I added all the walls, okay. I have to add the step, So I added the walls, the window, the double swing door. Okay, so I'll have to add the step. Where is the step? The step is there. So the height of the step is 150, right? So which is 3. So I'll just project the step from the floor plan at the bottom, going up. It's 2 lines, and then I'll measure 3 there, because 150 divided by 50, it's 3. So just draw the step in there. Like that. Okay, so I think this is the complete west elevation. Okay, so I have to label the ground level, finished floor level, the DPC. Okay, here I can only label the finished floor level, so it means I'll just take my 45, draw that symbol there, indicate that this is the finished floor level, the abbreviation. And then we do have the ground level there, and yeah, that's it. So this is the complete west elevation. So that's how you approach the drawing, right? So you use your floor plan. At the bottom there, you just project the roof lines up, and also the walls, the window, the door, and yeah, that's it. So this is the complete west elevation.